What is up, guys? Back in today with another reaction to Honey Lemon Soda, this time with episode 10. Good episode last week, focusing quite a bit on Ishimori's father and her worries for his daughter, even though, again, it would have been very understandable if he knew that she was getting bullied in primary school, or what I think is the equivalent of primary school in Japan. Like I said, it's a bit confusing, honestly, with the UK system versus everywhere else. But, didn't even know she was getting bullied before, so that was kind of crazy. But it did end up ending off the episode quite wholesomely, I think. It was honestly a little bit disrespectful throughout the whole episode up until the ending. But yeah, even the bullies kind of helped her out with the situation. Yeah, one of the biggest things to take away from last week's episode was Ishimori actually kind of fighting back and speaking her mind and fighting for what she believes in. She was very strong last week. It's good to see. Again, I feel like, judging from how things have gone so far, Miura might end up getting bored. If she gets any stronger, he won't have anything to improve or seemingly improve her with, so might be another Serena situation. I mean, she said her voice cracked. I've never heard a woman have a voice crack. I don't think. Maybe it's because it just doesn't stand out as much. If you have a voice crack as a guy in school, you're getting absolutely ripped to pieces. Very rare for me. I don't think I've ever really had a voice crack, except for when I'm like shouting. Sometimes when I play football on a Saturday or Sunday, sometimes I shout too much, and yeah. That is good, because I did mention last week the fact that I think this could be easily held against you, some of your parents' actions like this. Again, I would have been a little bit disrespected if I was her friends, and I think they did feel a bit disrespected. They accepted where it came from. It came from a good place, but yeah, it wouldn't be too surprising if some of the friends or some of the people in the class were a bit quite upset about how they were treated by her father. But yeah, luckily no one really notices when I shout. My voice breaks when I play football. They got too much else to think about. The you that no one knows. Or changing seating. So she's not at the front anymore. And he's still in the same spot. Oh, bit close, woman. Bit close. Oh my god. Or you can just go out with me already. That's one confident girl there. Good to see Ishimori's not really too hung up on that. It does, doesn't it? I think that's the first time I've ever heard anyone say that. You got a gorgeous sleeping face. Maybe that's just me. maybe it's just maybe it's 'cause no one said it to me. But yeah, to be fair, I've never heard anyone say that in general. Well, go on, it's a bit weird. The only two in the class and sitting all the way apart like that. Okay, so she meant in a different kind of one. Okay. So did you guys have curfews when you were younger? Joe, I always heard of like curfews, and I'm not sure if they're it's like a legal thing, to be honest. I didn't have one, but yeah, I think in like some countries there's like a legal kind of curfew. So I recently, just so I don't miss anything, I pause. I recently, weird story. Saw this Twitter post about a man that had an argument with his wife, and he ended up walking like 3 days or something, like 100, like 70 kilometers in Italy. He ended up going for a really long walk after arguing with his wife. And he got pulled over by the police at 2 a.m. because of a curfew I did see, which I thought was interesting. There's like even curfews on adult men being out at certain times. I never knew that. I'm not sure if there is things like that in the UK. If there is, I obviously didn't abide by it. But I think most of the time when I think of curfew, I think of something that your parents put in place, which I think is the I got the wrong time. Apologies. Which I think is the case here for Ishimori, isn't it? I think it's her parents putting down this 5 p.m. Curfew, which is a smart thing to do. I think it's much more for women. I think it's much more like guys haven't got to worry about the curfews too much. I think women, it's a much safer thing for them to abide by them. Quite horrible to say, but yeah, how the world is. Why so serious? I love those little animations. I'd love to see. We already get quite a bit of them, but I'd love to see even more. I'd love to have an whole episode in that style. That'd be cool. Uh, yeah, there is. So yeah, he doesn't get too much sleep at night. What is he doing there? seemingly hanging around with the wrong crowd. Doesn't strike me as that kind of guy, Miura, considering how he, yeah, that saintly figure of self-improvement. Is he? Wait, what the fuck? What the fuck? Is that what he actually said there? I mean, that was really uncalled for from her. What the fuck? That really took me off guard. Be gone, thought. Well, I never thought I'd be hearing that in anime. I'm not even sure he said that in Japanese. I don't recognise what he said in Japanese, to be honest. What again? Why is he the weirdest one there? I mean, to be honest, he's a bit of an oddity to me. He early, but like we haven't seen him too much recently. Sorry, my eyes are going, by the way. But he was like in competition a little bit with Miura for Ishimori. He was quite interested early on in the series, and we haven't really seen too much from him otherwise. But he is a weird character. Yeah, now that this girl does say that, he is a bit of a strange one, isn't he? Yeah, she says you're the Ichiban. What's it called? Kimi Warui, which means like disgusting. You're the most disgusting one here, creepiest one here. I don't know if I say creepy. I'll definitely say like he's definitely the one we know very little about. Kieruyo Despeku. Kieruyo. I think Kieruyo means something like go away. Be gone. Despeku. I've never heard that. I've never heard that word. It almost sounds like despicable. I quite like that though. Be gone, you thought. Is she a thought? I don't know. I do like that. I really don't usually like westernization of like Japanese terms and taking liberties with subtitles, but sometimes they do a good job with stuff like that, and I quite like this one. That really caught me off guard. Fucking hell. Be gone, thought. They're always like a little bit out of date though. Like that, I remember that being quite a popular thing 2 years ago, to be said. Sorry, I spent like 2 minutes on that scene, by the way. It was like a nothing scene. No, it wasn't. Like I said, it had a bit of interest in like, why is he the most disgusting? Like that is an interesting question, but yeah. Oh, mysterious. Well, wow, such effective way to close that up right there. That was me. I'll literally just step over it. Keep napping in there. But yeah, I would like to find out what he's doing in the night time. I imagine it might be something like I don't think it's going to be as extreme as this, but he's like fighting off like gangsters or bikers or something. He's like trying to. It almost reminds me a little bit of Persona 4. He's like and Kanji. He's like a Kanji from Persona 4. He's having a go at the bikers. You think he might be a biker, but he's actually having a go at the bikers. But yeah, it's weird. I never used to nap as a kid. Like I didn't start napping until I was like 20. In my 20s. Nah, I nap quite frequently, to be honest with you. But I never did as like a teenage boy or anything. So I guess that should have been pointed out to me sooner. The fact that it's quite weird that he's napping at school like this, but it's just the kind of again, bringing up persona, it's just kind of one of those things you think kids do, but they don't actually do. It's like sleep in class and have naps. I don't think kids actually do that, but it's just a cliche. A pretty incorrect cliche, that I think. Wow. I know how that's possible. I used to be that guy. Always been like the mysterious one. I don't really like talking about myself too much, and it's quite easy to actually do, especially again as teenagers. It's quite easy to hide yourself and who you actually really are. But a lot of people are too stressed over who they are and who they present themselves as. But yeah, it looks like, as I said, it literally just step past the fucking tape. Easy as that. Lemon soda. God, what a drama queen. Yeah. Don't ever look for my plastic bottle of lemon soda again. I'm not sure why she's so shocked. She's got the same colour hair. I've done that before. See, I've done that with a girl. I kissed a girl before and ran away. So I didn't want to see what the outcome would be. It's weird because I'd done that and like nothing ever came of it. Nothing bad and all good. It just kind of happened. Weird. He's a bartender. This isn't legal. This isn't legal at all. If it's alcohol, that is. Medium Bob. What exactly is going on here? Like the mafia or something? What exactly is going on here? I'm so lost. What the fuck's happening? What is this job? Who are these people? It's like some weird kind of bartending mafia. Please. And you disappoint those expectations. Mm. Actually, not banda. Bro, please explain what was going on. I'll go back to it if it doesn't get explained. What would you guys think if you're walking in the class? If you go like that every time you walk in. Wait, what was that? I just missed that. Sorry, I was doing my impression of Ishimura. Oh, secondly, most importantly, why are you taking pictures of people like that? Is that not weird behaviour? Well, I imagine this is a bit of a nightmare for him. Yeah, I'd hate that. I'd hate people making a big deal out of something like that. Now they're closing off the whole bloody whole floor. So I just leave a soda everywhere he goes. It's like a calling card. Yes, break the rules. Okay, so what the fuck happened there? Uh, what is this job? Is it legitimate? These guys don't seem very legitimate people he's working with. Dakiamas. It's shaking up. You're shaking it up. You're shaking up the heart like a can of soda, just for it to Okay, yeah, we're gonna go back. What the hell was going on here? What is this place? Not like a bar. It's just like the security before you go to like a bar or something. Like, what is this? Anyone. It's literally called anyone. It could be anything. Anyone, anything. So again, I'm just gonna go through this quickly. These guys, I thought these guys were like those people that hand out tissues on the side of the street or something, that maybe like look for pretty girls to model, something like that. You see loads of people, like I haven't been to Japan, but you see loads of people on the street like this in Japan, I think, that are like advertising things and so on. The equivalent to that in the UK would be the big issue. We've got a program, I think, for homeless people, so they can get jobs where they sell copies of a paper called the Big Issue. And I think that's a really good incentive, to be honest. But yeah, you see them on like the side of the streets in the city and such, and yeah, that's a good plan actually. But yeah, that's probably the equivalent of that in the UK. I thought there were people like that, but like these guys work where Mura does. But what are they doing out on the street? Like, oh, it's a karaoke place. There it is. It says on the top left. Did you guys get that this was a karaoke place? Maybe if you pause on this shot. So yeah, anyone karaoke. It's got some lights there, and these are schoolgirls, to be fair. So this is a legitimate karaoke place. Okay. My bad. Okay. So okay, there's no Yakuza mafia situation. These guys are just out here trying to get people to go in their karaoke place. Okay. Sorry guys, it like on the first watch this seems so shady and strange. Like there's something criminal going on here. But I guess not. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Good episode. Again, some interesting lines in this episode, wasn't there? Some interesting translations for sure. But yeah, I really like this episode. Harken back to a lot of things, as we saw with the kind of Miura speech to Ishimori early on in the season, telling her the bad things about her, and then come around to like the good parts. And we saw that a little bit with Miura here. But yeah, some good questions asked, like, do we actually know who this guy is? Yes, we know how he kind of presents himself and such, but we know what we think about him. But do we actually know how this guy like lives and what he does? And we don't actually really know anything about him when you think of it. But you could also say we know everything about him because we know how he is in a way. It's very kind of duality type of thing with that. I think it's the case of we don't actually know too much about him specifically, but as a person, I'm pretty sure we've got a damn good idea who Miura is, don't we? I don't think there's anything that he does in his spare time to betray that, as evidenced here. Although maybe again, I wanted to believe he was a part of some kind of mafia secretly or something. But yeah, good episode. Do let me know guys thought about this one in the comments. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you guys do like, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date though. I was going to think we were going to look at the guy with the black hair, judging from that interaction earlier on in the episode, but nothing more of him today. I would like to again know a little bit more about who he is as a person as well. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and have a good rest of your day.